I'd like to welcome everyone to the meeting of the Board of Trustees for Long Beach Community College District for January 27, 2015. First order of business, Madam Secretary, if you could please call the roll. And go ahead while you're doing that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to read this only because it's actually exciting in many ways, but the public may access, view of the agendas and supporting documents along with minutes effective January 27th by typing in your browser, and that's www.boarddocs.com along there, or by clicking on the button on the LBCC website. This is we are now on what we call Board Docs. It's a paperless method of managing board meetings. And so you realize in the past it was 3-ring binders for the board members in particular. And this is through what we call Board Docs system. All meeting agendas and supporting documentation are available on the internet and on the LBC website through Board Docs link. All board meetings beginning with January 27, 2015 meeting are automatically archived and can be accessed by meeting date or by using the system search feature. Agendas are available through Board Docs on the Friday prior to regular board meetings. Agendas and minutes for meetings prior to January 27th will still be available on our website. For California Educational Code, official approval, signed, hard copies of agendas, minutes, additional supporting documents are bound and permanently stored in the college president's office with the board secretary. In addition, videos of the board meetings are accessible via the website. The meetings are broadcast on the following local channels: LBCC Cable Channel 11, Long Beach Channel 29, Lakewood and FiOS Channel 45. All board meeting agendas will be featured, which is another way of saying made public, by the Thursday before the meeting at the close of the working day, 5 p.m. And just a note, a paper copy of the agenda will still be posted on campus 72 hours before the meeting as required by the Brown Act. Board votes will be recorded by the board on Board Docs and will be public on the monitor behind us. And this is probably the most important one of all. We are still learning and sorting out the methods of managing the minutes in terms of using a new template on the Board Docs. So in other words, please be patient, especially tonight as we work through this. It's exciting because it's taken over a year to get to this point, to move over to essentially paperless. But if you could just please bear with us as we look, if we look like we're confused, more so than normal, maybe we're going to blame it on the Board Docs system this time around. But anyway, so it's exciting in many ways, and hopefully it's going to be a benefit to the community and for everyone involved. But so tonight is the first night that we are doing it, and thus a little bit of the confusion, the late start. So with that, Madam Secretary, did I give you enough time, or do I have to stretch out and talk about what I did over Christmas break? Are you ready to go now?
I think I'm ready.
You're ready? Madam Secretary, if you could please call the roll.
We have Irma Archuleta. Here. Jeffrey Kellogg.
Here.
Doug Otto.
Here.
And Sunny Zia.
Here.
All right, first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I'm going to ask John Pope, who just came on as our communications. You have a multiple title, everything from government affairs, communication, media, and everything else. So welcome to your first meeting from the Port of Long Beach, or for many of us know when you were at the Press Telegram. So if you could please lead us, everyone could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you and welcome. Introductions, special announcements. President Oakley, I begin with you.
Approval
I'm
of
sorry.
minutes.
First item,
Approval.
I 1.4, approval of the minutes. Could I entertain a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Motion by Trustee Zia, second by Trustee Archuleta. Comments on this one?
Hold on. We have to go to another tab and record the vote. So who made the motion?
Trustee Zia,
And second?
followed by Trustee Archuleta.
That's interesting. That you're absent during the vote. Hold on. Your roll call. This is going to change this.
I guess the reason it says I'm absent is because we haven't voted yet, do you think?
Well, just a moment. I don't think that's what it's saying.
And the answer is correct.
I'm going to have to ask my partner in crime down here to come forth. She's my second set of ears. See, this is interesting.
Yeah, it's.
Although, by the way, your comment about this could be a short meeting.
Okay, we're going to take the vote.
All right. Then, Madam Secretary, if you could please take the roll.
Irma Archuleta. Aye. Jeffrey Kellogg.
Aye.
Doug Otto.
Aye.
And Sunny Zia.
Yay.
That motion carried. And now I'm at the introductions, special announcements, and I'll begin with Superintendent President Oakley.
Yes. First, I want to begin by just welcoming a few folks in the audience and thanking them for coming, especially the faculty that are here on their break. I want to thank and introduce our CCA President, Dr. Lynn Shaw, our Classified Union President, Mr. Thomas Hamilton. I don't see Karen in the audience. Hopefully I didn't miss her. I also saw our ASB President, Lokalani Hunt, a little while ago, so I just want to welcome you all here to the meeting. Also want to welcome and once again introduce Pat McKean, and fearless leader of our journalism program, to introduce his students today. Pat.
Thank you. I'm using a small piece of paper, so it's environmentally sane still. I'd like to thank you for your support of our program as always, and indicate to you that our beginning news writing students are here tonight to learn how to cover government meetings. It's our first ever winter class in journalism, so we're really pleased that the college is able to support that. And I'd like at this time to announce the 3 finalists from our class for our Front of the Class Award. It's an individual award that we give to each of our outstanding students, and next week our winner recipient will be named to the day of the final exam. But if you'll applaud these 3 students after I announce their names, if they'll still please stand as well. Amy Roberts, Austin Fett, and Vincent Close. Thank you. Thank you again for your time tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Pat, as always. Next announcement is want to recognize one of the members of the board. We received in the mail a certificate of appreciation from the faculty and staff of the Extended Opportunity Programs and Services here at Long Beach City College, and they wanted to recognize the ongoing support of one of our board members of the program, so I'm proud to present on their behalf a certificate of appreciation to Trustee Doug Otto.
Yes, thank you.
And that's all I have.
Thank you. Next item is the, I have not heard from many of my colleagues, but the reordering of the agenda. If not, we will continue as it is currently. So the first order, item 1.7, is the ASB President Report. I didn't believe, when I talked to her earlier today, I didn't believe we had a report, so.
Introductions?
It was last month. Our student trustee?
Yes, we failed to introduce the newest member of the dais. Although we've been chatting with him for the past month and looking forward to having him here. We're very happy to have him here. He's a veteran of the United States Army, which makes him especially special today. But we want to welcome Gus Orozco to the dais as our new student trustee. Welcome.
My apologies. I thought you were here last meeting in December, but maybe it's because we just see you around campus so much, and I'm confusing it with this meeting. So welcome. The first item, 1.8, it is public comments on agenda items. A total of 3 minutes will be allocated for each speaker with a maximum, I have 2 speakers. And I will, it is Lynn Shaw, followed by Ann Engel. Lynn Shaw's on item 6.1, Ann is on item 4.14. And just, Lynn, as you're walking, again, different things are happening in this meeting, whereas in the past, and hopefully this is better, I believe, I've been told that you will see up there, you'll actually see a clock running. So when it reaches 3 minutes, it just automatically, just so you do know and don't take it personally, but the way it works right now electronically, 3 minutes, your microphone shuts down. So I have not touching anything. I mean, we can always bring it back on, but just I don't want you to be upset if and when that happens. But you also get to watch, I am told there'll be a clock up here, so another little feature we have, and that's got to be better than what we've been doing in the past. So anyway, your name for the record.
Dr. Lynn Shaw, and I'm speaking to you tonight as an electrical technology professor. And Jeff, I get mad at you about many things, but I never get mad at you about this because I never go over. So, but thanks for the warning, and it is very obvious, so I'll be sure to. I'm speaking to you tonight as a faculty member in the electrical department, and along with several of my colleagues, a sheet metal worker, a heating and ventilation, air conditioning worker, and a carpenter, we've written a new program for the college to train people to enter the construction industry as pre-apprentices. And this is something that came to me through my contacts in unions, and they asked us to do this. It's taken us like 2 years. But finally, tonight on the board agenda are 4 new classes. And our intention for this program is to have it at the Pacific Coast campus to run people through this short program to have them enter union and non-union apprenticeship programs. And we asked industry, what do they need? What do people need to be successful in your apprenticeship programs? So we designed the program exactly for that. So we have an exam preparation class to help them pass the entrance exams. We have a basic blueprint reading class. We have a workplace competency skills, which are what all employers say. We need people to be able to work in teams. We need people to work with diverse groups. They need to come to work on time. They need to be dressed properly. And this is being called, the latest term for this is work skills for the 21st century. Then, of course, we're going to have a hands-on lab, and this is not a lab where they're going to build a house or even wire a house. It's going to be a lab where we say, this is a hammer, this is a screwdriver, this is how you use it. It's very basic. And then, of course, we have safety. We're going to do forklift training. We're going to have like a little introductory class, and then, of course, the basis of it all is math. So we're very excited to be starting this program, and we appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Next speaker, please.
Hello, board members, administration, and guests. My name is Annie Engel, and I'm a classified employee and longtime resident of Long Beach. I want to congratulate the district on both the board docs and the completing the renovation of AA and BB building at the PCC campus. I'm very proud of what that building represents, and I know it will help motivate the students that attend that campus. It's been a while since I've been up here to address the board, and I know you're all excited about that. Last week, I attended a brown bag event with the vice presidents at LAC. I expressed my concern about the current 10-month classified employees that were reduced to from 12 months 2.5 years ago because of lack of work or lack of funds. But as it turns out, some classified are consistently being asked to work as LTEs or limited-term employees during the 2 months that they are supposedly not needed. I was told that the district is looking into this issue and reports are being run to help clarify the need, and this is really appreciated. I'm speaking today because I want to make sure that the Budget Advisory Committee, managers and deans who help make these decisions understand how inappropriate and unfair it feels to these classified that are asked to come in and temp for basically their own positions. It's unfair because before the reduction, they would be paid for holidays in January and July, and if they got sick, they would still have income because it's part of our benefits package. It's part of the security that comes with the 12-month job that they were originally hired for. And many of these positions are somewhat specialized. You won't be able to find a temp agency that these employees specialize in chemistry, microbiology, sheet metal, electrical, and trades. They have specific knowledge that keeps the libraries and success centers functioning for our students. I would like to read a couple quotes from these classified. Since I was reduced from 12 months to 10 months due to lack of work, this will be the 3rd time I've been brought back as an LTE. And the next one comes from someone who's worked 4 times. So I would like to say that I'm thankful that I have been able to get the time in so I don't lose my house, since I can't get unemployment benefits. It's time to treat these classified with respect and give them back some stability and security. They are the human capital that helps Long Beach City College succeed. So whenever possible, and you're crunching the numbers and going over the budgets this spring, trying to decide where it goes, please consider your LBCC family and make restoration a priority. Thank you.
Thank you. There are no other speakers at this time. We'll move on to presentations, which is 2.1, the Citizen Oversight Committee Annual Report for 2014. And I'm just going to read very quickly because it's in the documents, and it's the following. In April 2008, the Board of Trustees established a Citizen Oversight Committee to comply with the requirements of Proposition 39 for the district's successful Measure E 2008 bond election. One of the responsibilities and duties of the Citizen Oversight Committee is to report annually to the Board of Trustees and the community on the district's compliance with all requirements of a Prop 39 bond. Phil Bond, Chair, I believe Phil will be doing the report. Phil Bond, Chairman of the Citizen Oversight Committee, will present the attached Citizen Oversight Committee Annual Report for 2014 to the Board of Trustees. The report covers the funding activities for a specific period of January 1 to December 31st, 2014. Community members will receive a copy of the annual report via email, and a printed copy will be available upon request. So with that, to begin, I entertain a motion to approve by members of the board, and then we can get to the presentation, and then we can have discussion. So there's a motion by Trustee Zia, correct? Second by Trustee Archuleta. So there's a motion and a second. And at this time, then we will, Superintendent President Oakley, I'll turn it to you for the
Yes,
introduction.
and I will turn it over to Vice President Gable to introduce our Chair of the Citizens Oversight Committee.
Thank you, President Oakley. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Phil Bond, who does act as the chair of the Citizens Oversight Committee. So he will be giving a brief summary of the Citizens Oversight Committee and the annual report that is before the board tonight for their action.
Great. Thank you, Anne Marie.
Welcome, Phil.
Thank you. My pleasure on behalf of the Citizens Oversight Committee to present the annual report for 2014. The committee met last night and reviewed and approved both the performance audit of the fund as well as the financial audit for the fund for the fiscal years ended 6/30/2014. In addition to those actions, the committee reviewed the annual report and accepted that without any adjustments or corrections. So that really is the extent of the introductory comments that I had. If there are any comments or questions, happy to field those If not, I'll include my comments. Dean, who was right here, and then she moved over there. Janet and Anne Marie for their excellent technical and organizational support of the committee's activities. They make it very easy for those of us on the committee to get together twice a year to review the expenditure reports as well as the other audits that I referenced and the other good work that comes before the committee. So on behalf of the committee, thank you both for all of your work to make what we've been asked to do an easy task.
All right, at this time, and we have the entire report, we can scroll up and down on this, and I think that's what some members are doing right now. Are there questions, members of the board, at this time?
I have a comment.
Chair recognizes Trustee Zia.
Hi, Phil.
Hello.
I had the pleasure of attending the meeting yesterday and watching you in action, so thank you and the members of the committee for your service and great job. I just wanted to commend you.
Thank you.
I had a question about your recommendations. By the way, it was a fantastic report. I just wanted to see if there's anything that the district should have done differently or anything we could have improved on from your viewpoint and the committee's viewpoint.
With regards to the committee's viewpoint on things that could have been done differently or better, I think one thing that was addressed was taking and rolling both the performance audit and the financial audit through the RFP process under one vendor. So I think that as was discussed last night at the meeting, it made it easier on the college staff to work with one enterprise, being Vicente et al., the accounting firm, to do both performance and financial audit work. So I think some efficiencies were gained there. Hopefully it was also at a lower price for the district. So I think that was a very positive step. And I think at each meeting, staff has been very responsive to our request. For example, the prioritization report that you saw last night was a new addition. So there isn't anything that stands out in my mind that could be a redo. And I think at each meeting we'll try to stir up new things that will only supplement what the committee looked at.
I particularly liked the last paragraph of the report, and just a big kudos to our staff about the savings to the taxpayers. So that was great. Thanks for highlighting that.
Absolutely.
Other questions, member of the board, this time on the report? As always, we appreciate everyone on the Bond Oversight Committee, the function you do and how you handle it, and a lot of great things are going on, including we'll talk later about the event we had today with another ribbon cutting. So it's been an outstanding bond program and a lot of great results, and thank you for all your effort as well in your function as
Great,
chair of
thank
the
you.
Citizen Oversight.
On behalf of everyone on the committee, and again, thanks for all the support that we've received.
Thank you. Other members? None? Madam Secretary, there is a motion and a second to approve the report from the Citizens Oversight Committee. If you could please call the roll.
Excuse us, we're ready. Irma Archuleta. Aye. Jeff Kellogg.
Aye.
And Doug Otto.
Aye.
And Sunny Zia.
Aye.
Very good. Passes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next item, 2.2, January Governor's Budget Update for 2015-2016. Superintendent President Oakley.
Yes, thank you, Board President Kellogg. I'm going to turn this over to Vice President Gable as well, but just to make a few introductory comments. We are monitoring closely the Governor's budget proposal. I've had the opportunity to discuss it with several members of the Department of Finance. And I think we're fortunate that Prop 98 continues to benefit from the revenues that are coming in from both tax receipts as well as Proposition 30. And as the governor warned, we must be prepared for an environment where Prop 30 goes away. There is no commitment as of yet by either the governor or the legislature to go back out to the voters to extend Proposition 30, so that is something that I know from the governor, from the Department of Finance, and from Chancellor Harris, they've reached out to all the districts to remind us now, and we will continue to work with our college planning process to ensure that we take that into consideration. So with that, I will turn it over to Vice President Gable.
And this is an informational item only, so there is no motion required.
Thank you to President Oakley. So the governor's budget was released on January 9th, 2015. It was a balanced budget, and the total revenues for the state were $113.38 billion. The bulk of the revenues coming into the state, as you can see, are from personal income taxes, which represents about 66% of the total revenues, and then the sales and use tax, which represents about 22% of the revenue. The other sources of revenue that come into the state are corporate taxes, insurance taxes, and then just a gamut of other taxes that come in as well. On the expenditure side, the budget represented $113.298 billion. K-12 and higher education encompass 54% of the total expenditures, K-12 representing 42% of that, about $47 billion, and higher education is 12% with about $14 billion. The other large categories within the total expenditures on the state is corrections, human services, health, and the natural resources. So, kind of breaking down the governor's budget of how it relates to the community colleges, there were $7.8 billion in additional funds provided to K-14 education. And the reason that we focus on K-14 education is because the community college system is part of Proposition 98 that was passed back in 1998, to where along with the K-12 system and the community college system, we're guaranteed about 40% of the revenues that come into the state. So that's kind of why we really do focus on that K-14 piece when it comes to the state budget. Breaking it down further, specific to community colleges, of that $7.8 billion in additional revenue, $7 billion goes to K-12, and about $811 million is coming to the community college system, or is proposed to come to the community college system. For the community college system, it's eliminating $94.5 million in cash deferrals, which means for Long Beach, that's about $2 million of cash that we will receive in the fiscal year that we're supposed to receive it. A cash deferral, and the state's been doing this for quite some time, is where they don't pay us all the cash that we're owed until the next fiscal year. So during the recession, there was a high in fiscal year 11-12 where the state deferred $961 million of community college apportionment, and for us here at Long Beach, that was about $22 million that we didn't receive in that fiscal year, and instead it was deferred until the next fiscal year, which caused us to enter into short-term financing. Now that these deferrals are coming down, we no longer have the need to enter into short-term financing, so it is saving us money, so that is a good thing. The next item with the state budget is Proposition 39. This was legislation that was passed about 2 years ago, and this is for energy efficiency. It's a tax that is placed on corporations, and the money goes again to K-12, community colleges, and some to higher education. So there's about $39.6 million that is planned for the 15-16 year. And that's about a 20% reduction of what we received in the current fiscal year. Additionally, the governor is proposing COLA, so a 1.58% COLA, or $92.4 million statewide. This is a new allocation, $125 million base allocation adjustment. And the reason that the state and the governor has proposed this is primarily because of the STRS and PERS increases that have been imposed on the employers throughout the state. And so what the governor advises that this $125 million base allocation adjustment be used for are, exactly as we've said here, increased operating expenses in the areas of facilities, retirement benefits. That's where the PERS and STRS come in, is on the retirement benefits. professional development, converting part-time to full-time faculty, and then other general expenses. And just to give you an idea on the STRS and PERS, in the 15-16 fiscal year, the STRS rate is going to be 10.73%. It's currently 8.88%. So that's, over an $800,000 increase for Long Beach alone, just on the STRS employer costs.